Hello everyone. Today our team about any statistic for cattle breeding and statistics of cattle, milk and beef production. And our question for today is the number of cattle in the world and in Kazakhstan, and also milk and beef production worldwide and Kazakhstan. And for describe our data, we need some vocabulary. As we can see, the diagram shows data about this table describe according to the graph over a period of years, over the same period, rise, increase, fall, decrease, remain, static, unchanged, vary, dramatically, markedly, rapidly, slightly, data trend rate. And first diagram, it's number of cattle worldwide from 2012 to 2023 in million heat. And how we can see, number of cattle in the world slightly decrease from 2012 to now, and in 2023 this data is almost 1,000 million heat. Ranking of countries with the most cattle, 2022 in million heat. How we can see that is leading countries in number of cattle. First, it's India, just over 3,000 million heat. They have, and Brazil, it's approximately 2,000 million heat. China, 1,000. United States, UK, Argentina, Australia, and Mexico. It's the largest countries for with number of cattle. Okay, next. That is the number of cattle in Kazakhstan by years, 1,000 hits. This diagram illustrates data from 1990 to 2021, and how we can notice number of cattle from 1990 to 1999, dramatically decrease. That is years when Kazakhstan became independent, and a lot of heat of cattle was sold and slaughter. And we see this picture. And after that, from 2000 year, we can see increase this rate. But in 2010, we can see fall, because in 2010 was harvest failure, and also people sold cattle, and they didn't have feed for feeding cattle. But after that, we can see increase this rate, and today this rate is more than 8,000 years, more than 8 million hits of cattle. And here we can see the largest milk producing countries in the world, 2021. Oh no. This map shows largest countries who produce a lot of milk. This is United States, Brazil, Germany, France, Turkey, Russia, China, Pakistan, India, and New Zealand. And here we can see their data. The leaders, it is India and US. Here, this map shows milk production in Kazakhstan by regions. And we can see largest regions, that is Abay region. It is east Kazakhstan. Also, that is Jetesu region and Turkestan region and sorry, no. Next, how we can see and in the right side we can see number of milk production, number of milk production by region. This map shows leading beef and milk producing countries worldwide in 2022 in 100 tons. How we can see that is largest countries who produce beef, that is US, Mexico, EU, Brazil, Argentina, China, India, and Australia. And the largest, it is US and Brazil. This diagram about Kazakhstan. It is overall meat production, and it is compared 2 years, 23 and 2021. How we can see all region meat production in all region increase, and the largest region, it is Almaty region and East Kazakhstan region producers, meat producers. In general, Kazakhstan produced 1231 1,000 tons and beef of this, it is more than 500. Okay. Total meat consumption in 2019 by countries. How we can see, some countries increase consumption of meat. That is, for example, Argentina, from 76 to 88, and Chile from 52 to 81. After that is Korea, from 34 to 62. Also that is Russia, from 30 to 63. Peru, from 25 to 55. And Vietnam, from 19 to 41. Also that is Turkey, from 18 to 33 kilos per capita. That is consumption of meat in general, other types meat, and decrease. We can see decrease, country with decrease consumption, that is Portuguese, no, Paraguay, from 54 to 40 kilograms per capita. Also that is New Zealand. New Zealand from 87 to 75. Country with stable consumption, that is US, Australia, Switzerland, Saudi Arabia, and Thailand. Okay, in India, very low rate meat consumption. This interesting fact. Okay, next. Proportional beef consumption as a percent of total meat consumption in 2019 by countries. This diagram compare all total meat consumption and percent of beef of total consumption, and this line, green line, shows percent of beef consumption. Percent of beef consumption, and how we can see high rate, this high rate this percent, it is Ethiopia, but I think that it's isn't a significant rate, because because consumption of meat in this country is very low, and I think that we need to see other country. High consumption, that is Argentina, consumption of beef 43%, Kazakhstan 14%, and Paraguay, that is 31%, Egypt 39%, and Pakistan 43%. Yeah, and our country, people in our country, eat a lot of beef, and I need to do some diagram where we can see all types of meat consumption in these countries. I have data, and I think that I will do such a diagram. Okay, next. Oh, that is all. Also, I have other data. Now I can see it. This map illustrates how many breed cattle is in Kazakhstan. And this report about breed cattle, because we have a lot of non-breed cattle in our country, and this we can see data by number of breed cattle by direction of productivity and by breeds. Okay. Here we can see all cattle, total heads of cattle in Kazakhstan, breed cattle. These cows of this, it is beef breed cattle, beef cattle, combined, and dairy. This map illustrates no. Illustrates distribution of Kazakhstan, distribution of cattle in Kazakhstan, and a lot of breed cattle in Almaty region. Here we can see it, and here this diagram shows by productivity, direction of productivity. Okay. For example, in general, Almaty region has more than 200,000 number of cattle, number of breed cattle. It is 121,000 beef cattle and 89 combined, and 12,000 that is dairy. Okay, here we can see our choice region, for example, and all rates will be show data about this region. Okay, next. Cattle by region. Cattle by region. How we can see leading region combined cattle, that is Almaty region. Dairy cattle, that is Turkestan region, Kostanay region, North Kazakhstan region, and Akmala region. Beef cattle, leading regions of beef cattle, that is Almaty region, East Kazakhstan region, Jambul region, and West Kazakhstan region. Okay. Here we can see proportion of proportion beef cattle by direct of production. A lot of this, it is beef, more than 70%. Here we can see compare non-breed cattle, and breed cattle by region. For example, in Almaty, in general cattle, number of cattle that is 1,139,000, and breed cattle that is 222,000. Okay. Next. Here we can see line that shows non-breed cattle in Kazakhstan by region, and breed cattle by region and by direction of production. Okay, next. Dairy cattle. Breed dairy cattle in Kazakhstan by breeds and regions. Here we can see non-breed cattle in Kazakhstan. In general, here breed cattle in general, and this only dairy breed cattle. This map shows number of breed cattle by region and by breeds, by dairy breeds. For example, Kostanay region has Holstein, Holstein black and white. Also, that is black and white breed. Here we can see Turkestan region, black and white, Holstein black and white, and Auliata breed, and another breed. Kazakhstan has breeds, dairy breeds, as Auliata, Bestuzhev, black and white, Holstein black and white, Holstein red and white, and red steppe breed. Here we can see distribution breeds, total dairy cattle in Kazakhstan, and distribution by breeds. Here we can see total dairy breed by regions. breed combined cattle by in Kazakhstan by breeds and region. This map also shows number of combined cattle by regions and by breeds. For example, Almaty region has Alatau breed and Simmental breed and Swiss breed. Here also we can see distribution breeds, and that is total combined cattle. Okay, and last diagram, that is beef breed cattle in Kazakhstan by breeds and regions. Kazakhstan has a lot of other beef breeds, that is Angus, Obrok, Aulikol, Charolais, Galloway, Hereford, Kalmyk, Kazakh white-headed, Limousin, Santa Gertruda. Okay. And I can show you also one diagrams from site. Now I can see it. Here, that is site of Republic Association of Milk and Combined Breeds of Cattle, and here we can see some diagrams for export and import of breed, dairy, and combined cattle. This diagram illustrate breed cattle, breed dairy, and combined cattle by years and by breeds. How we can see largest parts of total number, that is breed, that is Holstein, white and black and white breed, and Simmental breed, two breeds. And we can see increase this rate. Okay, next. Here. This this diagram show how many cattle we imported from another countries by years and by breeds. And if we can see, for example, now I can show you some interesting fact. First year when we started import, that was countries like US, Canada, and Australia. In first years, and after that we can see countries from Europe, yeah, that is Czech Republic, that is Germany, Netherlands, Austria, such countries, that is country where we buy our breed cattle, breed dairy, and combined cattle. Okay, today is end, and my presentation will be in describing for this video. Bye.